لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله ما لنا رب سوى لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله ما لنا رب سوى.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيد الخلق أجمعين، عليه وعلى آله وصحابته الطيبين الطاهرين، أما بعد. Still with the book of Al-Kaba'ir, the major sin, for الإمام الذهبي. أن وسيد الكبيرة كل معصية فيها حد في الدنيا أو وعيد في الآخرة، أو ورد فيها وعيد بنفي إيمان أو لعن أو تبرؤ أو ليس منا أو عذاب أو غضب أو تهديد. The kaba'ir, the major sin, any sin have punishment in dunya, or Allah promised there is a punishment for it, or give a warning there is a punishment for it in al-akhirah, or whoever commit this sin have no iman, or who is mal'oon, la'natuf Allah on him, or cursed, or he is not one of us, Rasulullah said, or Allah said he is not one of us, or we will have azab, or Allah is angry upon him, or he is threatened with some certain big punishment. And we read Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen explain the first one, shirk, second, killing, the third one, black magic and whatever related to it. Number 4, neglect the salah. Number 5, prevent the zakah. Number 6, breaking one day of Ramadan with no Shar'i reason. Number 7, leaving the Hajj while he is able to do, does not do it while he is able. Number 8, and this is what we stop with, being ungrateful and not thankful and not dutiful and not obeyful to your parent, which we name in Arabic, عقوق الوالدين. And we stop with him with hadith narrated by Imam Ibn Majah والنسائي والحاكم that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, الجنة تحت أقدام الأمهات, Jannah under the feet of the mothers. And a man came to Abu Darda and he said, "O Abu Darda, I married a woman and my mother ordered me to divorce her." Abu Darda said to him, "I heard Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam saying, the parent is the middle door of Al-Jannah. The middle door of Al-Jannah. فإن شئت فأضع ذلك الباب أو احفظه. If you want, keep this door or lose it." And this is narrated by Ibn Majah والترمذي وابن حبان. And the Imam al-Munziri, he said also, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, 3 kind of dua is acceptable, no doubt about it. Dua of Mazlum, the one who is oppressed, his dua is acceptable. Dua of Musafir, the traveler, and the dua of the parent. In this narration, which is narrated by Imam al-Munziri wa Abu Dawood, saying against his kids, there is others also saying for his kids. And also not only the mother, khala, sisters of the mother. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, al-khalatu, narrated by Imam al-Tirmidhi, and he said sahih. He said, al-khalatu bimanzilati al-ummi, ay في البر والإكرام والصلة والإحسان. Khala is like the mother, saying. And there is a story behind it. Why Rasulullah said Khala is like the mother. It was some of the Sahaba. They want to take one of the kids to take care of him. One of them, I have blood relation with him. They said to Rasulullah. And the other one, he said, my wife is his khala. Rasulullah decided for this boy or for this kid to go with the one who said, my wife is his khala. And he said that al-khalatu bimanzilatul Khala is like the mother. وعن وهب بن منبه قال Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to Musa, Ya Musa, respect your parent, because whoever respects them, I will give him a kids will respect him, and whoever disrespect his parent, I will make his life short. Because the other one saying also, I will make his life long and barakah in it, and I will give him a kids who will respect him. But if he disrespect, his lifetime will become short, and I will give him a kids also will disrespect him. Also narrated by Imam Ahmad والطبراني وابن خزيمة وابن حبان في صحيحهما عن عمرو بن مرة الجهني. He said, a man came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he said, Ya Rasulullah, أرأيت إذا صليت الصلوات الخمس وصمت رمضان وأديت الزكاة وحججت البيت فماذا لي? He said, Ya Rasulullah, what about if I do the 5 daily prayer and I do the fasting of Ramadan and I did the zakah and I did the hajj? What is the reward I will get? فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, whoever does that كان مع النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. He will be with the prophets, with the truthful, with the martyrs, with the righteous people. إلا أن يعق والديه, except if he is ungrateful and not dutiful and not thankful to his parents. He will not be with them. That means even doing all of this salah, siyam, zakah, hajj, there is one condition with it, to be good to your parents. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said by Imam Munziri, and he narrated, لعن الله العاق لوالديه. La'nat of Allah upon the one who disobedient and disrespectful to his parents. And also narrated upon Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, at the time of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, I saw a people was hanged in hellfire. And I said, Ya Jibreel, who are these people? He said, those who insult and they abuse and they deal bad with their parents. And also narrated, if he do that, in his qabr will be squeezed, and he will have a lot of different adab. Also the strongest adab will be at the day of Qiyamah, 3 people, and mushrik, and the zani, the one who do zina, also wal-aaqu liwaliday, the disobedient one to his parent. And a man and a woman came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and they are, every one of them he want to take care of the young boy, to take him with him. Maybe they are separate. The man, he said, Ya Rasulullah, he is my son and he is from my backbone. The woman said, Ya Rasulullah, he was having him lightly in his backbone. And when he put him, it was a desire. But I was having him at the time of pregnant, while I am weak, and it was heavy upon me. And I feed him from my own chest 2 years. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, put him with his mother. For that Imam, here he is saying, أيها المضيع لآكد الحقوق, advice. O the one who is losing the best of the rights and the most certain of the rights. المعتاض من بر الوالدين العقوق. The one who doesn't like to be obedient to your parent and you are disobedient. الناسي لما يجب عليه والغافل عما بين يديه. The one who forgets the duty upon him and he is heedless of whatever Allah order him. بر الوالديك عليك دين وأنت تتعاطاه باتباع الشين. Being bar and being good to your parent, it is a debt upon you. If you are not do, it will be a big mistake. تطلب الجنة بزعمك وهي تحت أقدام أمك. You are claiming that you want الجنة and it is under the feet of your mother. حملتك في بطنها 9 أشهر كأنها 9 حجج. You was in her belly for 9 months. This is for her like 9 years. وأرضعتك من ثديها لبنا وأطارت لأجلك وسنا. And she feed you 2 years from her own. And she suffer and she does not sleep for a lot of times. And a lot of advice he is bringing in this one. And there is in Imam al-Bukhari hadith number 5975, I'm sorry. إن الله حرم عليكم عقوق الأمهات. There is hadith of Rasulullah. Rasulullah ﷺ said, Allah make it haram upon you to be disobedient and ungrateful to your mothers. Also in another hadith in Imam Bukhari, hadith number 5974. This is not narrated by our Imam al-Zahabi, but it is in al-Bukhari, I know it. Hadith 5974, that Allah Azza wa Jal accept the dua in this hadith itself of a 3 different kind of people. The first one of them, the one who was so good to his parent. And he wasn't, this man, later he was in a big calamity, that they enter a cave and there is big stone come at the beginning of the cave, cover it, and with the 3 of them together inside. And there was no way to get out, they will die inside. For that they said, ask Allah, throw a good deed you did, and you think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted, and we will see. The first one he said, the hadith is long summary of it, that he was so good to his parent. Oh Allah, if you accept that from me, remove this stone. It was removed little but not enough to get out, otherwise they will die inside. The second one he said, oh Allah, you know that I have a girl which was cousin for me and I love her, and she get to a situation become very poor and she need money, and she asked me for some money and I asked her to do haram, then nothing prevent me except the fear of you, and I did not do. Oh Allah, if you know that I did that for your sake, remove this stone. Allah accepted his dua, but it was, and the stone moved a little bit, big stone and huge one, but was not enough also to get out. The third one, he said, oh Allah, you know, a man was working for me and he left without taking the wage of what he did for me. And I invest this money for him until it become valley full of cow and sheep and goat and many other things. And later, after a long time, he came and he gave me the money or the thing I was agree with you to work for you for this thing. He said, did you see all of this? Take it. He said, man, I need only who does not believe it. He said, believe me, all of this is yours. Take it. Oh Allah, he take all of it, does not leave nothing to me. And I did it for your sake. Oh Allah, if you accept that from me, remove the stone. Allah removed it completely. But the main point in this hadith which it is the Imam al-Bukhari himself, he said the dua of the people, and one of them is the one who is being obeyful and good to his parent, will be acceptable. And we will stop with that, with the the parent. We will go to Kabira number 9, which Imam al-Dhahabi, he named it Hajru al-Aqaribi, cutting the relation of the wombs, cutting the relation with your relative, cut the relation with the people who is related to you, kith and kin, related to you from the side of your father or from the side of your mother. Allah mentioned it in the Quran al-Kareem in many ayat. We'll take some of it in Surah An-Nisa, verse number 1, part of it. وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ الَّذِي تَسَاءَلُونَ بِهِ وَالْأَرْحَامِ. Fear Allah, the one you ask Him, subhanahu wa ta'ala, for your needs, and do not cut the relations of the womb. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned it. In Surah Muhammad, verse number 22, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَهَلْ عَسَيْتُمْ إِن تَوَلَّيْتُمْ أَن تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَتُقَطِّعُوا أَرْحَامَكُمْ أُولَئِكَ الَّذِينَ لَعَنَهُمُ اللَّهُ فَأَصَمَّهُمْ وَأَعْمَى أَبْصَارَهُم. Listen to it carefully. Surah Muhammad, verse number 22, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, would you then, if you given the authority, do mischief in the land, and تُقَطِّعُوا أَرْحَامَكُمْ, sever and cut your ties of kinship? You should not do that. If you do, listen to the ayah. أُولَئِكَ الَّذِينَ لَعَنَهُمُ اللَّهُ. Next ayah 23, Surah Muhammad. Such are they whom Allah has cursed them. La'nat of Allah upon them. That means whoever cut the relation with his relative, he is cursed. So that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made them deaf. أَصَمَّهُمْ وَأَعْمَى أَبْصَارَهُم, and blinded their sight. This is a big warning. Allah divided us, and He mentioned about us in the Quran al-Kareem, that either you are one of the people of Al-Jannah when you connect your relative and you try to be good to them and do not cut the relation between you and them, in Surah Al-Ra'd, verse number 20. Or وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, you are opposite of it, of those who cut it and does not connect the relation with his relative. Listen to it, the one in Surah Al-Ra'd, verse number 20 and 21. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, الَّذِينَ يُوفُونَ بِعَهْدِ اللَّهِ وَلَا يَنقُضُونَ الْمِيثَاقَ وَالَّذِينَ يَصِلُونَ مَا أَمَرَ اللَّهُ بِهِ أَن يُوصَلَ. Listen. وَالَّذِينَ يَصِلُونَ مَا أَمَرَ اللَّهُ بِهِ أَن يُوصَلَ وَيَخْشَوْنَ رَبَّهُمْ وَيَخَافُونَ سُوءَ الْحِسَابِ. In this ayah, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking about the people of Al-Jannah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, those who fulfill the covenant of Allah and they never break the covenant with Allah. What is the covenant? Allah talk about it in the same ayat 21. And those who join, those who connect that which Allah has commanded to be joined, that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders them to connect it, which it is the relationship in a lot of ayat in the Quran and some other hadiths coming, narrated by Imam al-Bukhari and Muslim and Abu Dawood and Tirmizi, that they are good to their parent and they do not cut it. For that be of this kind, those who keep the relation with their parent, keep the relation with their family, keep the relation with anyone who is related to you through your father or through your mother or through both of them, like the brothers and sisters. This is in Surah Al-Ra'd. Look to Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 26 and 27. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يُضِلُّ بِهِ كَثِيرًا. With this Quran, Allah misleads thereby only those who are al-fasiqeen, the rebellious, those who cut the relation, the disobedient to Allah. ويهدي به كثيرا. And Allah guide with it a lot, many. وما يضل به إلا الفاسقين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, those who's الفاسقين, Allah will make them mislead thereby only those who are fasiq. Who are they? الذين ينقضون عهد الله من بعد ميثاقه. Those who break the covenant with Allah after they already have it. Listen. ويقطعون ما أمر الله به أن يوصل. And severe what Allah has ordered to be joined. Allah ordered you to be good to your relatives with the kith and kin. But here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned they cut it. The first ayah say يصلون ما أمر الله به أن يوصل. They are do the covenant with Allah and they keep it, they never break it, and they are connecting the relationship between them and all of their relatives. This is the people of Al-Jannah. Here the fasiqeen, the rebellious, the disobedient, the one no doubt will not be the people of Al-Jannah. يقطعون ما أمر الله به أن يوصل. They break the covenant with Allah and they cut the relation with the relative. ويفسدون في الأرض, and they do mischief in the earth. أولئك هم الخاسرون. They are the most loser one. صحيح البخاري and صحيح مسلم متفق عليه agreed upon. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يدخل الجنة قاطع رحم. Will never enter الجنة the one who cut the kith and kin, the relationship, the womb relation, the one who cut it will never enter الجنة. Means the one who with his relative, he neglects them and he get arrogant upon them and he does not connect them and he is not good to them. If they are especially if they are, there is no doubt all the time, but especially if they are poor, then he is getting arrogant and he is rich and he is under this ayah. They are the most loser one. And he is under this hadith. He will be prevented from entering Al-Jannah except if he do tawbah and fear Allah and he be good to them. And there is a lot of ahadith. This hadith, the one I narrated by Imam Al-Tabarani from Abu Hurairah. عن رسول الله أنه قال من كان له أقارب ضعفاء ولم يحسن إليهم ويصرف صدقته إلى غيرهم لم يقبل الله منه صدقة ولا ينظر إليه يوم القيامة. If somebody have a relative and they are poor and they are weak and he is not good to them and he giving his sadaqah to others and he does not give it to them intentionally, Allah will not accept his sadaqah from him. Also Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saying صلوا أرحامكم ولو بالسلام. Connect your relationship even with the salam alaykum. Even with the salam. Also narrated by Imam al-Bukhari وأبو داود والترمذي واللفظ للبخاري من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليصل رحمه. Whoever believes in Allah and the last day, he must connect his relatives, his relationship with the blood relationship, with the kith and kin, with the one from the side of your father, all of them. Father means the brothers of your father and the grandfather and whoever their kid and anyone you have a blood relation to him, throw your father and going up. Also, or going down. Also from your mother, sister of her, brothers of your mother, also sisters of your father, their kids, and going on, down or up. Here Rasulullah ﷺ said, whoever believes in Allah on the last day must connect his relatives. That means if you do not connect it, you are not having complete iman of Allah on the last day. There is another thing, and which the people they are doing. I am being good to them many times, but they are not. For that I cut the relation between me and them. Rasulullah already said it. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He said, ليس الواصل بالمكافئ, narrated by Imam Bukhari. ولكن الواصل الذي إذا قطعت رحمه وصلها. Is not the one الواصل means the one who connect, the one who will be under the rahmah of Allah, the one who will be deserved to enter Al-Jannah, the one who is not the loser. We name الواصل, the one who connect his relative. Is not the one when they are good to you, you are good to them. They connect your relation, you connect it. No, Rasulullah said, the real one is the one when they cut it, you connect it. When they are bad to you, be good to them. Because you are doing it for the sake of Allah. And because of the order of Allah. You are not doing because they are good or they are bad. You are obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by doing the best to them because Allah ordered you to do that. Also, listen to this hadith narrated by Imam Abu Dawood wa Tirmidhi and others also. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أنا الرحمن وهي الرحم فمن وصلها وصلته ومن قطعها قطعته. I am Ar-Rahman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah takes the name of this relationship between you and all of your relatives, which it is Ar-Rahim, from his name. Ar-Rahman, Rahim. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. It is the same letters. Allah take it from his name. And Allah say, whoever connected, I will connect him. Whoever disconnected, I will disconnect the relation between me and him. Actually, there is another hadith narrated by Imam al-Bukhari. Is not narrated here in Imam al-Zahabi, but I looked for it and I found it. It is in Imam al-Bukhari, hadith number 4830. And in Imam al-Bukhari, hadith number 7502 and 4831, 4832 and 5987 for whoever want to look at it. 5 different narrations. Allah, when He finished creation, created the creation, when He finished the creation, all of it, created, the Rahim, the womb, this relation stand. And she said, هذا مقام العائذ بك من القطيعة. This is a situation to seek refuge from those who will cut the relation between them and their relatives. Allah said, yes. Then Allah said, listen, أما ترضين أن أصل من وصلك وأن أقطع من قطعك? Will you be happy to connect whoever connect you, connect the relation between him and his relative, and to disconnect the relation between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and whoever cut it? This relationship, which is the name in Arab al-Rahim, she said, yes, Ya Rab. He said, فَهُوَ لَكِ, it is for you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, it is for you. Allah will connect the relation between you and him as long as you connect the relation between you and between the blood relationship you have, kith and kin, all of your relatives. You disconnect it, Allah will disconnect the relation between you and him. You want to look at it? I told you, hadith number in al-Bukhari, 4800 number 30, 4830, 7502 and others. I already said it. For that here, عن علي بن الحسين رضي الله عنه, he said and he advised his son, يا بني لا تصحبن قاطع رحم فإني وجدته ملعونا في كتاب الله في 3 مواضع. He advised his son, he said, never be a friend to the one who cut the relation between him and his relative. Because I already found him cursed, لعنة of Allah upon him, curse of Allah upon him, in 3 different situations in Al-Quran Al-Karim. For that, do not be a friend to him. Leave him alone. Because he is mal'oon. And he fear about his son that he gets a curse from Allah upon him also because of him. Coming inshallah in the next time, more ahadith and more ayat, and then we will go to the next kabira number 10, which it is az-zina wal-iyazu billah. Ask Allah save us from all kind of kaba'ir, inshallah. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا, اللهم كفر عنا سيئاتنا, اللهم توفنا مع الأبرار, اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه, وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم إنا نسألك باسمك الأعظم خير المسألة وخير الدعاء وخير النجاح وخير العلم وخير العمل وخير الثواب وخير الحياة وخير الممات. ونسألك باسمك الأعظم فواتح كل خير وخواتمه وجوامعه وأوله وآخره وظاهره وباطنه. ولك الحمد يا ربي حمدا بجميع المحامد على جميع النعم، حمدا لا يتناهى، ملء السماوات وملء الأرض وملء ما بينهما وملء ما شاء الله من شيء بعد، حمدا كما تحب يا ربي وترضى، ولك العتبى حتى ترضى. ونسألك كل خير سألك منه نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، ونعوذ بك اللهم من كل شر استعاذك منه نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا، وجزاكم الله خيرا.
ربنا رب القلوب وهو علام الغيوب، في الشروق وفي الغروب نوره يهدي العصا. ربنا رب القلوب وهو علام الغيوب، في الشروق وفي الغروب نوره يهدي العصا.